Hello video gamers, and welcome to today's stream. Yeah, so I recorded this entire video, and um, I was mudded the whole time without even noticing. So, today we're doing a voiceover, and today we're playing Did You Hear It? By, yeah, I can't read that. So, the whole time my microphone was muted. I was muted. But it still got the game audio, which is kind of like bogus. Anyways, but it would be a-okay. It's a-okay because I'm funny still, even if. And so we're doing the voiceover, and this is, did you hear it? But spoiler warning, we might not fully end up with this game by the end of the video. And here we are. Here is Lena is Peppo going off onto her own, to her natural habitat. And the game, did you hear it? We're doing one player only. One player, one player, one player, one player. You cannot find your mother. You have searched everywhere. But there is still one place left. The basement. I need to find her. I need to find the person who did it and why they did it. Don't care! Yeah, and then I'm low-key just gonna put this whole part in 5 times speed because I didn't want to take it off because this is like, it took me a while, you know? The process, and I need it to be seen by the masses. So here I am, looking around, looking at this truck, couldn't figure out how to get in there, and then I got in there, and then I'm like, huh? And then I see this thing, and I'm like, I'm not going in there, and then boom, it just teleports me in there. What have I found? My mom's dead on the ground. Oh my god, I'm searching around. Fire bars. Go in the closet, go to the basement, look at my monitor for a while. What have I found? My mom's dead on the ground. I kick at that door for a little while, not realizing I have to turn my flashlight on first for some reason. But then when I use my flashlight, I hear a little clicky, clicky, click. As you can see, I start kicking it, I kick 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 it. I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it, I'm kicking it. And I look around a little bit more. What have I found? My mom's dead on the ground. I take out my flashlight, and then I hear a click. So I run back down. I look at my mom, and I feel like something opened, but then I run back down. So I go kick the door one more time, and boom, it opens. Then I walk in, and then this is where I get angry. I'm like wigging out and freaking out like the whole time. You can hear the little footsteps. It's really funny. I hear something, and then I start like crashing out. I hear something. That's I hear something, and then I find out it's a dead end, and I want to start crying, and then I see the thing walking in the distance, and I like start crying. And then it teleports, so I think I'm safe. So I like wait there for a little while, then I try walking, and then I hear it walking again, and then I'm like crouching because I think it's gonna make me safe. But then, newsflash, then I'm crouching because I think that makes it so that it can't see me, and then I'm crouching, and then I'm crouching, and then I'm crouching, and then I'm crouching. Then I hear something, I hear something, I hear something, I hear something, and then it was I was like screaming and yelling, and I'm flying, and I'm screaming, and flying, and yelling. Times, and then boom, I'm dead. And I'm like, okay, so I think I get the gist of what's going on. So I take a second, I'm trying to Google a recording of the map, like the map of the maze, and I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes being like, guys? I'm like, no, there's no map. Because why would there be a map? Because that would help me, right? That would help me if there was a map, huh? Right? So I'm like crying at this point, screaming and crying and throwing up and farting everywhere. And then I'm realizing I'm not gonna find a map. So I decided, freak it, we ball. So I'm trying one more time to go over there, and it's get the key or not allowed. And then I start walking on over. I go this way because I think, okay, let's just try a different way. That's a dead end. So I'm like, okay, no, so I have to go this way. And then the monster's right in my face, and then I'm like not turning my screen for some reason. And then I start like crying, and I'm like, why aren't I running? And then I'm like, I start crying, and then I'm like running back to where the beginning was because I'm like, what the heck do I do? I'm like, wait, it can't follow me here, can it? And then my heart's pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding, and then boom, it can't chase me over here. So I'm like, oh, okay. So if something happens, I'll just come back here, and then it teleports away. And I think I'm safe. And then I walk out, and it spawns right there. So I walk right back over here, and then I start crying and sharding and farting and crying and farting. And I'm waiting for it to like disappear again. And then when I see it again, I'm like waiting for it to die. I'm like, okay, you know what? Look, I'm tired of this, and then I leave. And then you want to know what I do when I leave? I'm talking to the screen and being like, you know what? I'm not taking this anymore. And you know what I say? Cheese Escape! And then I join Cheese Escape because I love Cheese Escape, bro. Peak gamer action right there, if I do say so myself. And then I'm mucking about, fighting my 9 sister. Those who know. And I sit there for a second, like, how do I want to play this? And I go over to the door, and then I click the cheese, and I gotta click the cheese 6 or 7 times. I heard cheese, and I got scared, and I said, oh, wait, that's not it. So I click the cheese. My dad did. And I'm waiting, and I open the door, and then cheese. I was like, wait, don't I collect that? And I'm like, no, I don't collect that. And then I walk on over. Oh, my merry wee little way. And then I'm walking around, trying to figure out where I'm going, because I kind of forgot the layout of the map. And then I go in the safe zone because I get scared. I get so scared, And I'm like, cheese. And I was like, oh, why don't I be such a gentleman and help this lady out? Wouldn't that be so awesome if I did? And then boom, I did it, and I'm like, actually, you're my bait. And then I wait for her to go. I'm like, come on, let's go. Up to it. And then I start following her, and then I was like, no, the monster's that way because she goes the wrong way. Because obviously. These simpletons, they wouldn't understand my genius. Red door. That comes back in handy for later. I search my surroundings. I look both ways before I cross. And I rope my way around. And I go grab cheese. 1. My first cheese. Those who understand. And then I'm looking around, riding around the speed sound. Got places to go. Those who know. Then I hear him and I get scared and I turn back. Then I go back because it's like, no, it's okay. Even if he's there, I can outrun him. And I'm turning a corner and I'm like, oh my god, more cheese. So I take the cheese and then I'm walking around. I'm walking. And then I realize, I recognize where I am. And then I hear the guy. So I go this way and then I see his body and I'm like, no, if I go that way, he's gonna touch me. And then, so I run. And I jump up here because I'm not risking it for that biscuit. So I jump up and I wait till I feel I am safe. And then I feel I am safe. And then you can see me crying at the camera. I'm going, I don't know nothing about no ice, I'm just cold. So I grab the cheese. 3 out of 9. I take the green key, and I go up and up and up and up and up. And I realize there's more cheese if I go this way. So I go over there and I grab the cheese. 4 out of 9. And I'm walking. I was like, which way do I want to go? It's like, wait, I know where that is. And I was like, wait, actually, I do want to go this way. green key is right there when I drop down. Or did I? I kind of forgot why I turned back around. This is me just yapping. Don't forget. I forgot what I was saying. Probably something about how I don't know nothing about how ice. I'm just cold. Because I said that a lot while recording this, and then I was gonna walk away, and then I was like, green! And I turned back to go see what the green was. I'm actually good with the sauce. As you can see by my expression, I was awfully excited. And then we're gonna skip over this part a little bit because this part's making me angry. I go back and try to get the red key, and I'm like hearing footsteps, and then Mama gets kind of scared when she hears them footsteps. So I hear it cackle, and then I turn back, and I feel like, and I'm running, 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 and then I keep going, and then I'm like, which way do I go again? And then I'm like, oh, this way. Like, it all clicked in my brain, and I'm going where I need to go. Living the life I need to live. Those who know, those who understand, those who are aware. And I'm walking back over, and I'm walking back over. And then I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm walking. And I hop on down, go back to where the green is. And then thankfully, after that, it's pretty normal, so I don't have to like freak out in the dark. I tried going up earlier, forgetting that. That's like a whole different side quest to the game to be able to get up there. Because lore and stuff, I guess. Those who know. So I walk over. And then I'm remembering. And then the first fall. So, when I tell you this is in 5 times speed, and that there is quite literally, I want to say about 10 minutes of footage of me just trying to defeat this. And then, oh, my friend joins. One of my friends joined. And I'm like BS talking at her, I'm SHIT talking to her. And then we're just yapping at each other. Whenever I pause to a type, it's just yapping. And then it's still just me jumping and trying to get through this one part of this game. And I didn't even make it fully during this part because I freaking forget. Like, I slip and fall, and then I walk into like that little exit, and then it takes me back, and I was like, oh thank God, I don't have to do this. And then I'm like, wait, I do have to do this. Because I have to come back and get the cheese that's up at the end of this. And when I tell you this is the hardest part of this game, this is the hardest part of this game. And I crash out every time I play this game just because of this obby. And it's not even like a hard obby too. Some like kid gets there and then defeats it first thing. But then like coming up here, I'm pretty sure like here. Yeah, here, I'm like, this is like the last temp before I realized, and I accidentally slip into the exit door. I jump, and then I crash, and then I accidentally walk into the door, and I like got scared. So I was like, wait, I could just go back that whole time? So I go back, and then I try and find out where on earth does the red key go? And I hear the guy, and then I get scared. I'm like, and then I turn, and then he's there. And I'm like, what's going on? Mr. Krabs! And then I jump into the safe zone, to get safe. And then I wait for my opportunity to run back out. But I mean, he's chasing me the whole time still. And I'm just running away and screaming and hiding until I accidentally stumble upon where the red key goes. And then I find this board, and I'm like, I know where this goes. There could be two places that this goes. But I grab it, and I'm waiting for him to like go away. But this mother trucker is camping. And then I sit there in rage as he camps. And then I'm like, wait, he's camping. He's not going away anytime soon. And I'm like, what do I do? And I realized it's a robot. And they're easily tricked. And why do you say so, Lisa? Instead of trying to, finish the game I started, which would be awesome if I did. But, God forbid a woman tries to finish the game she played. It's A-okay, pals, because it all gets figured out in the end because I trick him, and I make my way over, and then he's like stomping, and then that guy, I'm like, yeah, go distract that kid for me. And I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's gonna come get murdered. And then I try and like go back, but then he's like right there. So I'm like, wait, no, I have to hide. So I try and like run and hide. My tail's like between my legs. So I'm like yapping at the camera. I'm going shatter with my teeth. And I'm like, I cough. And then I'm like, I forget what I was doing. I said, okay, GG's, because she was yapping about some project. And then I go back, taking the long way, because once I have a path, I stick to my path. And then the guy's chasing me, and I'm going down this hallway, and then I start crying. So I go up, and I try to put the board here, because I was like, oh yeah, there's like 2 places you could put it, because you get another board, don't you? And then I'm trying to put the board down, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's just not how this game works. And then I'm like, where do I go then? I'm like, okay, wait, so I have to go all the ways back to where the obby is. So I make my way back, and I look at the camera, because I know it's about to happen. So I'm dreading, because I know it's about to happen. And then I'm back. And then this was legitimately another 10 minutes of footage of me just trying to get across this. And then, speak of the devil, bro, and then I call her, I'm like, hey, you want to say hi to YouTube? And then she just hangs up on me. And her game crashes in a second, and it's really funny when her game crashes. And then this is just me, oh, her game crashed, as you can see in the player list if you're paying attention. But this is me still just trying to make my way out of the trenches, aka this gosh darn obby and cheese escape, because God hates me. And then I think this is like the one I finally make it on, and like, ladies, without realizing that this is where it all ends. And that I'm like looking at the camera, I'm like, I can't jinx this. And then I oh my god! And then I go 6-7, even though it says 69. I'm like, why did I say that? It says 69. And then I try to go that way. And I'm like, wait, no, I can't go that way. I have to go this way. And then I'm like, oh my god, I got that cheese. So I put the plank where it's supposed to go, and then I fall. Because I forgot to go back into first person. And I have to make it all the way back. back over. And honest to God, this thing makes me want to cry. Because it just makes me want to cry. And then I go over, I go back over to where the green door is. So I say, oh well, looky here, they always come running back. I guess after I typed it, they always come running back. Yeah. That's what I said because she joined back. I said, my game crashed. And I said, stupid idiot, what's their game crash? Could not be me. And then I'm smart. I go back in the first person, and then I go to get the blue key because I forgot. I was busy, and I needed that. And she's like, oh, my game crashed, and I said, ha 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 ha. Because I told her to try, and then she's like, oh, well, you thought you wanted. And I was like, and then I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I was on the lookout for that big, ugly rat. Ugly rat. And I go to say something, he was right behind me, and I'm like, at the clutch. So I look up, and then I hear my glorious queen. Being so gentlemanly. And she doesn't say thank you, she just walks away. See? I didn't even remember what I said. I think I said, love you, baby girl, please don't die, or something like that. This sounds like something I'd say to her. Sweet, still her most. And then I go back. This is like a never-ending process with me, by the way. Whenever I have like a set track, I have to go the long way, even though there is probably like another way to go, just because I don't want to get lost. So, oh wait, no, actually I'm going here because that's where the blue door is. So I'm actually doing something useful. And then I do that. I put that away. I grab the cheese over here, and I'm like, huh? One? No. 2 more cheeses? So then I go to follow where this thing opens, and then I get a little lost along the way, I'm pretty sure, and I have a brush with death. And then I like freak out, I'm like, why are you turn running, and then I go in there, and I'm like, oh, actually, thank you, because that's the right way I was supposed to go. And then I go into here, I go get that cheese, and then here I'm like, 1 more cheese. And I'm getting so close to finishing the cheese, and I'm like, I don't even know where the last cheese could be. And I'm like, how do I even know? How would I know? And turn, and boom, the cheese is right there. And the door's open, so I'm like rushing. I've got to get to the door! And then I'm walking over to the door, pretty much. And I'm like, I'm not stopping for nobody, because I don't know nothing about no ice. And then I walk out the door, and then I start bragging. I got my reward, my game pass. This is the end. You completed the game. I'm chattering my teeth again. Now you can escape. Smiley face. And I'm like, okay guys, this is where we end it. And then I'm like, God damn it! Because we start again, and I'm like, where am I supposed to go? And then I'm walking over, and then, boom! Rat right in the face. And I'm like, oh really? So I take my phone out, and I get a funny little picture of the rat in my face. And she's like, oh my god, my game crashed, and I said, El Ratio, I just finished the game. And then I go up to the guy, and I know he's about to murder my butt, and I get kicked, and I say, and then I have the epic outro music, freaking Popular MMO's outro music. I'm like, holy reference, those who know, and then I say deuces, right here, deuces.